Alright, what's up guys? So, wanted to show you these turtles. So, let me get up to a higher point so you can see what they look like. So, this is an old turtle. You can see here, that's his head. And you can see there, his little arm. And I'll get up close so you can see how it kind of switches around. So, here's his head. So, here's his head. You can see his little eyeball was right here. And then here's his body. And then here's his little flipper arm. And it's pretty cool because in person you can see it kind of rounds off. So it has a little slope to it. So right here is his entire arm. And then he goes all the way back here. And then his little tail is right here. So here's his little tail. And you can see the black spots. So the black is actually blood. That's where it oozed out of him. You can see here this white stuff. This was skin that oozed off and it ran down. Then I'll show you his friend. He had a friend with him. Another one, you'll be able to see the black blood a lot better here. So on the ground, you got black, you got black. So that's all the unoxygenated blood in him. So if we go up here, we can see the black again. And his head is up here. So his head's up here, and then his little body goes that way. And it looks like when the flood happened, they just got stuck at a high point. And obviously the water drained out, and they weren't able to go anywhere. So head, arm, body goes down, and there's his friend right there. So you can see his head really well right there. Alright guys, so now what I'm about to show you is a dragon. I know it's hard to believe, but this right here is his wing. This is his body. And I'll climb up so you can get a better look at it. Alright, so now I'm standing on his wing, but what I'm showing you right now is his body. So his body goes all the way that way, and his head is over here. So there's his spine going all the way down, and I am in the middle of the wing. So if I get through here, you'll be able to see the little connector piece. So that's where his wing expanded. It would expand out like, you know, any other bird. So his wing goes all the way over there, and then it goes down and then out. So what's really cool though is the head piece on this guy. So you'll be able to see now I'm on his back, and if we go down, you can really see it here. So his neck, his eyeball, and head going that way. So you'll be able to see that really well. And it's really cool in person because you can see all the little different bones in him. Kind of hard to pick up on camera here, but you should be able to see a head right there. So like eyebrow, like eyebrow there, and then his head. So let me show you a little bit different view of it. Also, I'm at a bike park, so his other wing was right there, but they chopped it all out. You can kind of see the white here where his skin was. But yeah, so it's a bike trail that comes all the way down. And you got all these ramps. So let me show you the head of him. Also a bonus shot. So I'm still on his wing, and you can see here, this is skin. So wing, and then skin that didn't, still there. Alright, so this is the other side of it. This is his head going down his mouth. So this is his jaw, the upper part of his skull, and that's where his mouth would have been. You can see the blood here too. If I get out of the way, show you the blood. So the blood is right there where it came out of his mouth. And it just drained down. You can see his neck. Let's see. So you can see his neck here, mouth going down. And then here's his wing. Alright, so another really curious thing you'll find out here in the desert is seashells. They're everywhere. I mean, seashells in the middle of the desert. Abundant everywhere. Once again, his head, his arm wrapping around. As you can see, it wraps around here. Big boy. So from here you can see his head. This is the top of his head. That's the bottom jaw, and that's where his mouth was. And then up there, you can see his wing. It's a bit in the shadow, but it's okay. It's really cool right here. So that's like where it extended out the first part. Hard to see because of the shade. Alright guys, so here's your first giant. Alright guys, so here's a giant. This is I would say a female. So you have your head right there, and then you have your arm right there. You can almost see an ear. The ear's at the top right there. So that's the head, and then that's the arm. And then she goes down that way. And actually, the cool thing about this one is her femur broke off. So her femur right there, that thing, that's her leg that broke off. So her body up here, into the arm section, into the neck, into the face. You can see her head exploded for something. You know, when carcasses start to decay, their minerals and blood and everything else has to go out of them somehow. Kind of like how a well explodes. So yeah, I'll take you to the other one. Alright guys, so out of some sort of sick joke, this is the body I just showed you, the female. And so that's her in her entirety. And let me show you what's right across from me. Check this out. There's a giant footprint, thumbprint, whatever you want to call it, right there. So there she is. And then out of some kind of sick joke, here's the giant fingerprint right across from it. Alright, so this is going to be really hard to see on camera, but there's a footprint right here. So I'm going to put my foot in it. You can see the toe line is up here. I wear a size 12 foot US, so you can see his is quite a bit bigger than mine. And then his other foot was right here. So he climbed this at some point, and I wouldn't even classify this as a giant. I would say this guy was probably 8 foot tall. You can kind of see it better there. You see the hill at the bottom and the feet at the top. You can see the big toe very prominently. Alright guys, so this is known as Hole in the Rock, and I'm going to point a few things out at you. So on the right hand side is the head, and you'll see eyeball, and then right, so there's your eyeballs, and then right in the middle of those two eyeballs is a nose cavity, and then right in between there is his esophagus, and there's his arm, and then there's his shoulder blade right there, and then here's his ribs. And I'm actually going to bring up some pictures for you so you can see his ribs up close, and then his leg. So ribs, and then his leg. So arms, ribs, and you can see all those people up there. You can just see how big this creature was. And then once again, his eyeball, and nose. And then you can see his chin right there. So yeah, guys, I appreciate you checking it out, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. So this is her from a different angle. Her head's right there, shoulder, and then you can see her leg a lot better here. And here's a whole bunch of bonus seashells for you, so you can just see them all.